Okay, what's up, you guys? We are back with another video. I want to say thank you all so much for staying over here, subscribing to the show. We took a couple of days off because we are in school. We getting our degree, okay, in criminal justice, and so we definitely doing that. I'm gonna get my associate because I just changed today, and so the bachelor's, and I'm gonna get the associate so I can get into my, get into that field. And the reason why I did it, because just in case if YouTube doesn't work or if I'm tired of doing YouTube, I want something else to fall back on career wise. So super excited. So I took a couple of days off. I have to do it a couple of, this is my first time back in school within what? 3 years. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous. So I was taking my time. I was reading my assignment. I was checking with the professor to make sure all my work was in. And so now I know how to manage being on YouTube and do my work. So I'm back. Okay. Definitely back on YouTube. I want to say special shout out to all of you all that are on here, that are here with me today and showing me some love. So that's why I've been at. And then, of course, we over there, we're all about the tea. We do stuff over there as well. So we are live right now. Oh, okay. All right. So my first topic, we got a lot that we're going to discuss today. Dr. Dre oldest daughter is saying that she's homeless and living out in a car, and that she want her daddy, Dr. Dre, to give her some money. And he cut her off a couple of years ago, maybe like a year ago. This is a quote from her that she told the Daily Mail. I was going to read this. My kids are staying with friends. They are not living in the car. It's just me, Young, who is a single mother of four, told the Daily Mail. Okay. And she said, I'm taking odd jobs just to make it now. I got paid $15 an hour as working in the warehouse. I'm trying to keep my head above water. I've been in debt for a while. She is Dr. Dre's daughter with Lisa Johnson, of whom he split when I think it's LaTanya was 5 years old. And I want to say this, and I hope I don't sound offended. Listen, if your daddy got money, that doesn't mean it's going to trickle down to you to be lazy. First and foremost, okay, you decided to have all them children. The first question should be, where are those children, daddy? And why not those children, daddy, on child support helping you take care of those children? It's not your father's place to provide for you when you have children with all those men or men, where the children's father. And just because your daddy worth close to $1 billion doesn't mean that he have to give you money. No, that's laziness. You need to get you a career, get a job, go back to school, finish up your degree. Okay, get your degree in accounting or something so you can provide for your family. But saying that my daddy should do this, so I mean, your daddy don't have to do that. He raised you. You're a grown woman. You decided to open your legs up to have all them children. You decided to get, so I don't feel sorry for a lot of people that have children and just be feeling sorry for all of them. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. So, but you need to be looking at who nobody is now. I haven't seen on the Daily Mail, I haven't seen on TMZ or any of these other sites that said who was the daddy and where the daddy at. Not Dr. Dre. I'm talking about her children daddy. That is like he ain't got to do all that. Like, let's be real. Like, people say, well, he should just give her $1 million. If he give her $1 million, she ain't gonna keep it because she probably got bad money management. And then she goes around when her daddy does not do for her. What does she do? She goes to the media and she spread lies about her father. So if you're doing that, going to the media, spreading lies about your father is not going to spend his hard-earned money, okay? Hard-earned money on you. Like me, I went back to school. I'm going to get my degree because I don't want to be in my late 30s say, mama, can you provide for me? And I just found who my father was. I just found him out. I can't call my daddy and say, daddy, I just found you on Ancestry, but can you loan me $3,000 so I can pay my rent? No. You as a adult have to go and provide for yourself. Now, I hope that you can rebuild that relationship with your father, but you can't be going around to the media trashing your daddy and you think he gonna give you the purse. You supposed to be kissing his butt, praising him to the media, not trashing him to the media. Because if you trash him to the media, he ain't gonna want to have no communication with you. That's the same thing that goes on with Kirk Franklin's son. He was going around trashing Kirk Franklin, posting stuff, and he's mad that he's cut off financially. And now he's right now still doing coke and still living from Airbnb to Airbnb and sucking on cock because he decided to diss his father, trash his father, expose his father, and now you homeless, got to suck on cock and up there to smoke cocaine. So you decided to do all that. It's rules and regulations that you have to follow when you want the purse or the wallet of your parents to provide for you. I don't know. I'm keeping it real, and I do, and I don't feel no sympathy for his daughter because you need to save your money, right? It's you can apply for Section 8, you can apply for food stamps. It's so much that you can do and apply for. So I don't have no sympathy. You can write you a book, you can run a podcast out of your car, you get your YouTube channel. It's so much that you can do. And you're going to the media, make sure they're cutting you a check. Because if you spilling some tea, they should at least cut you a check for a couple of thousand. But she do have a GoFundMe account. I didn't give her $1 because I'm like, listen, you just need to get on your knees and apologize to your daddy so he can go ahead and give you a couple of dollars. Or, excuse me, not only that, give you a job. To work with different companies. There's no telling what her father have done. See, the thing about it, when we get these type of stories, ladies and gentlemen, we don't hear what did Dr. Dre do for his daughter. We just hear her side. He probably gave her opportunities like different paid internships, jobs, careers, and she just threw it all away because she wanted to be fast and have babies. I feel like this: if you broke, you shouldn't have no child. I said it. I know people ain't gonna like that type of teaching. I'm gonna say it again. If you broke, and you should not be having no child, period. You should wait till you get your degree, get you some money stacked up before you decide to have children. I'm gonna say it again. You should not be up there having all these kids and you broke. Because that ain't gonna do nothing but add more pressure and more unnecessary bills for you already with a limited or no income. It's true. And if you're going to smash, make sure you smash a man that's going to be there for you when you have the baby and not leave you. I'm just kicking facts here. Because she got 4 children, she said, and no one near said something about the dad. The baby daddy probably ain't got nowhere near around. He just probably was giving you that good old ping and leaving you empty-handed. And probably only wanted to smash you because you got the baby anyway. And thought he was going to get a piece of the pie from Dr. Dre's money. I'm just saying. All right. I know y'all might not agree with me, but that's how I was raised. That's why I don't have all these kids. I don't have no kids. Because I said, I'm not, and I've said this years ago. I said, I'm going to wait till I get a degree, till I get financially stable, mentally stable, spiritually stable before I become a father. And that's a decision that God make me have that type of decision. I have that decision for myself. And I said that's why I didn't go around doing all the willy-nilly, doing all this stuff until I actually get there. And I say it humbly. So, do y'all feel sorry for for Dr. Dre's daughter? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Do y'all still feel sorry for? If y'all feel sorry for, you can let me know, and we could definitely talk about it. We can talk about it in the chat. Okay. All right. Okay, let me see. Did you feel sorry? Who feels sorry? Press 1 if you feel sorry for. Press 1 if you feel sorry for Nicki Minaj. Press 1 if you feel sorry for Dr. Dre's daughter. Press 2 you don't feel sorry for. I want to know. Press 1 if you feel sorry for. Press 2 you don't feel sorry for. Okay. All right. Let's move on. All right. Okay, let's talk about what's going on in Afghanistan. And I want to say this. I graduated from Chicago Military Academy. After I graduated, I joined the army and didn't stay. But anyhow, I want to say this, right? What's going on in Afghanistan is really, really not surprising. Our government spent 20 years, almost $2 trillion in a war they didn't win. They literally, to give you a backstory, they went to Afghanistan. They tried to change the government, make it a democracy and all of that, and it didn't work. In Afghanistan, they have tribal leaders, they have tribes. Their culture is different. There is a believe in an Islamic faith, and you can't come in there with a Western system and think it was going to work in Afghanistan. It wasn't going to work. And when they announced to say, hey, we're leaving out of Afghanistan, we're going to withdraw troops from Afghanistan, that sent signal to the Taliban to say, hey, we can take over Afghanistan. And this was on always happen. I want to read something what Roland Martin wrote about Afghanistan right now. I want to read what he wrote because he wrote something very, hey, I said I'm going to read this on my show. Let me see if I can find that post. Give me a second. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to read what he wrote. Give me a second. I know I shared it on my wall. Let me see if it's on here. Give me a second. All right. He said this. Why are people shocked at what's happening in Afghanistan? The Taliban always knew that the U.S. was going to pull out. The problem, weak ass Afghan leadership. They never took advantage of the billions from America to build up a strong, credible armed forces. Our troops couldn't stay forever. Look, okay, we cannot be the world's peacekeeper force. The United Nation armed forces have to get some guts as well. So I agree, but it was 20 years wasted. Those $2 trillion could have went to education. It could have went to low income areas to build, help people get to become home ownership, generational wealth. If they would have gave that $2 trillion they spent in the military, they could have invested that into Americans, into our education system, into our scientists. We wouldn't be in this predicament now as a country today. We wouldn't have so much called poverty in America if they would have at least invested 20 years ago $2 trillion. But they didn't do that. You went to a country, you thought that you could go to the country and change their system. You can't. Right? You have to see what will work for what will work for Afghanistan, what will work for their system. Whatever works for them, it ain't going to necessarily work how we do things in America. America's system, our government, the way our government operate, is not going to work in every country. Some country like to be in a socialist society. Some country like to believe it's all about we're gonna have our principles and our laws around the Quran, because we all about the Islamic faith. So it ain't gonna always be, oh, let's get a president, let's get a secretary of state, let's get a vice president, let's get a Supreme Court. Every system don't work like that. So that's 20 years wasted. Now people are trying to get on planes and they're trying to leave. Now you got the Afghan, those what was that, translators. They're in limbo right now because they're trying to leave right now because they're looking like, man, we helped y'all, we translated for y'all, and y'all literally got us stuck in this place, and it's not safe for us because we're gonna get our life gonna be ended if we stay in this country because we were helping, quote unquote, Americans, in which that is in return helping the enemy. So this is all just trash. I agree with Biden. You just go ahead and withdraw the troops because we lost. This is a war that we lost. It was a waste of money. If you can go back to Vietnam, we wasted money and resources there, and we lost that war. We lost in Vietnam. We lost in Afghanistan. Whatever we tried to do, it failed. It flopped. Okay, It flopped. Anytime the Taliban could just take over the entire country. So you mean to tell me no, all those billions of dollars they sent to Afghanistan, to the leadership over there, they pocketed that money. They didn't give a darn. They didn't invest that into the military. A lot of people, a lot of the families, a lot of these leadership people, they took money and they pocketed it and they moved on. And it's sad, but that'll let you know for the next time come around to really be like, to question the government, be like, hey, let's not go to war. Let's put that money into other avenues. Let's put it somewhere else. Now, when the next time we have a conversation about free tuition, free college and university, we shouldn't have that. Oh, it costs too much. Remind those people that y'all spent $2 trillion in Afghanistan. Okay. About $2 trillion in Iraq, going invading those countries. So let's not have that conversation. Oh, we can't afford this. It costs too much. Go back to when you spent all that money and you want to go to war and want to change their system. And it didn't work. They didn't want that. So look, it's really sad. And thousands of lives were lost unnecessarily. And it's so sad. So that is something I'm definitely going to continue to keep y'all updated on this, because there's always something going on with this. And so the Republicans, they're mad. They was like, we should just stay. Like, no, if you ain't accomplished something in 20 years, it won't be accomplished. We cannot be in the business of nation building. We can't go as Americans. Oh, let's build this. We can't. We got problems over here. We struggling over here in our own homeland. We struggling. So we need help. Okay? Talking about going and build something. You must first take care of home first. Make sure home is taken care of first. And that $2 trillion can even go back to even help people that's about to get evicted, to save them from not getting evicted. That $2 trillion could have helped fight homelessness in America. Help our veterans, help them as well. That's what it could have went. It's so much that money could have went to help so many people. It could have went to counseling student loan debt. Let's get it together. Okay? All right. So we're gonna go. Let me go into Lizzo. We got Lizzo on here. Lizzo, we're gonna be talking about Lizzo. Lizzo was crying. Now, I look at her, she's a plus size woman, beautiful woman. But I think she crying because she want her record to go number one. I think she want rumors. She knew rumors have flopped. And what's the best way to get rumors to be a success? Go out, cry on Instagram, let it go viral so people can go and hear this record, so they can go and play this record, right? Because when I heard the record Rumors, it was trash to me. Oh, God, yeah, no. I didn't like it. I think she's trying to troll because she want her record to go number one, right? I don't think that she's a big fat mammy. I don't see the mammy come now. If she was actually cooking fried chicken for white folks and giving them hot, good cold, watermelon, and playing in those type of sitcoms and stuff like that, then I can see that. But she's not a big fat black fat mammy. Like, no, she's not. She's not that at all. She just a troll, and she want her record to be in the top 10. And what's the best way to do it? Get on that crap. Oh, girl, come on now. We know you're trying to get your record to be in the top 10, right? This have nothing to do with Whitney Houston. This have nothing to do with Aretha Franklin. You decide to be a plus size woman. That's your decision. You're this way. If you don't want to be plus size, go get your gym membership. Okay. Get you a gym membership. Go get you a personal trainer. A dietitian. You can get you can get that. It's so many avenues of things that you can do to help you lose the weight. So that to me, even it's a journey. I've gained weight, baby, too. Okay, I've gained at least about 60 to 70 pounds. So, but I can lose it. I gotta stop eating out at night. Stop eating chocolate chip ice cream. Stop eating donuts. Stop eating fried food every day, fried donuts, fried chicken breasts, and start eating fruits and vegetables, and working out so you can lose the weight, you know. And I don't feel sorry for Lizzo because she got the money. She got too much money to be sitting there crying like that. But she only cried because she wants that in that top 10. She want rumors to be number one. But it's not because people are tired of looking at Cardi B pregnant belly. They tired of looking at her pregnant butt up there, her going off on bloggers, and then and they just tired of Lizzo showing her big self. They tired of it. They want something new and fresh. Like, stop talking about your weight. We know you big. Can you talk about something else? Okay, like, we know this. Cardi, we know you pregnant. Can you stop showing us your baby bump every 3 minutes? Can you give us something else? I mean, I'm just like, come on. I don't cry about my weight. I'm like, oh, I gained weight. If I want to lose it, you got to put the work in. Now, I've been putting the work in. I've been putting the work in more and more. I'm not eating it out as much. But Lizzo, she only cried because she wants y'all to buy that record. How many people in this chat purchased that record, Rumors? Give me a second. How many of y'all went to iTunes and purchased that record, Rumors? Now, some of y'all don't get over here lying, because when I go over there on Station Head, some of y'all don't even have Apple Music or Spotify. Y'all be like, Wally, why are you playing music? I can't hear nothing, because you're too cheap to get Apple Music and Spotify. So how many of y'all went to go purchase that record, Rumors? No, how many in there purchased it? Press 1 if you purchased the record. Press 2, you didn't purchase it. Press 1, you purchased it. Press 2, you didn't purchase it. Let me see what y'all gonna say in the chat. Let me see. Oh, wow, y'all ain't purchased nothing. How many went on Amazon and purchased it? One person out of almost 200 folks watching this purchase. It said, I paid for Spotify. That's 2 people. They said the song was trash. But people always bring up the weight gain too. Losing weight as a mental thing, you gotta be strong for it. Yeah, you have to. But I don't think that she's a big black mammy. No. Now, if she was out there on the field cooking chicken and watermelon and serving it to white folks and dancing in front of white folks, then I could say that's a mammy right there. But I don't see that part. And people do that because they want her to go down and cry and stuff like that. That's what they want her to do. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get into talking about Governor Abbott. Let me see. We're going to pray for our governor. Oh, Governor Abbott, he tested positive for C-19. He decided to say, hey, don't wear mask. You don't need to wear no mask no more. He telling folks don't wear it. And he was out at an event last night with no mask, no social distance. It was announced today that he did take the vaccine, but he tested positive for the Rona. Now, let me tell you this. I know it's rough because he have his constituents. Some of them believe that we shouldn't wear masks. But it's a battle because over 79 to 80% of a new poll say they would want a mask mandate. So I don't understand, who are you really speaking to? Because you're really speaking to the minority here. We need to wear a mask. We need to have it. This is why it is so important for you guys that live in Texas. If you're not registered to vote, something is wrong with you. You should be out there registered and you should vote. It's nowhere in the world. We have all these people in this state and we are still letting this state been run by a guy with an outdated mind. Okay. He needs to be replaced with someone that is going to be for all Texans and not just for a selective few. Right? We should have somebody that believe in science, right? We shouldn't tell kids, go to school, don't wear a mask. And in some school districts, kids gotta go home right now and cannot go to school because they have came in contact with the virus. Like, we got to keep that real. This virus is real. This is not a Republican virus. This is not a Democrat virus. This is not an independent virus. This is an all virus. This virus is out here, right? And it don't care if you are a Democrat. It don't care if you're a Republican. It do not care if you are an independent, right? You got to protect yourself. So if you're going to go out, wear your mask. Make sure you hand hygiene, get tested regularly. I think they're not really talking about this, but I'm going to say this for our YouTube channel. Make sure you're getting tested regularly. When you go get tested at least every 2 weeks, right? Get tested. Some people get tested daily. But if you're going out and about, especially if you're working in these nursing homes and these hospitals, at least get tested. I think twice a week. Some places are required of you. Even if you do got the vaccine, make sure you still get tested so you will know. You know, shout out to our co-host on Two Man a Lady. She was diagnosed with C19, and her son have C19 right now. So we want to definitely pray for her that she gets well and gets back and up, up there, because she have been diagnosed with it as well. I called her, and I'm gonna call her again after this show to see how she doing. So make sure y'all pray for Katie Talk 101. But she also live in a state where the governor say don't wear masks. Who cares? And pretty much don't care. So we want to make sure that you guys be very safe. I know tomorrow I'm going to cancel my gym membership because I just walk now, because I do not want to be in no gym. Nobody wearing masks and it's a sweaty, people sneezing, slobbing, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be in no type of environment like that. So I'm going to go and cancel my gym membership because I'm not going to be in no gym. And they say you don't have to wear no mask. Like, no, absolutely not. So we definitely going to do that. Let me see what they're saying in here. Okay. Some people say they're not going to pray for the governor, but I'm going to pray for him. Pray for our governor. Pray for him. Pray for him. Pray for him. I even prayed for Trump, like, for that as well. Yeah. They sent the email at my gym that I go to. They say, you don't have to wear masks because we don't have that. We live in, Texas don't have a mask mandate. Yeah. He definitely put it on there and said, you don't have to wear masks. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, whoa. I'm like, let me be very careful on that. Okay. Yeah, nobody wearing masks. So I said, oh, let me not go there. Because I would wear my mask in the gym, but don't worry, I'm gonna go outside and just continue to do my walks. And so that's exactly what I'm gonna continue to do. I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna continue to do my walks, and that's what I'm gonna do when I get there. Okay. All right. But y'all got to go out and vote. And we got to get a candidate that's gonna get the people energized to vote too, because that needs to happen too. Come on now. I'm just keeping it real. All right. Okay. All right. Let me put her picture up because Sidney Starr. Y'all know who Sidney Starr is. Sidney Starr. Okay. So if you've been following me on Instagram, I have been caught up on, I'm not all the way caught up on Baddies ATL, but I did watch the reunion, child. And when I watched this reunion, when I tell you that it's have been going on out here at this show between Judy, is that her name? Miss Judy and Sidney Starr. When I tell you, I was watching it, right? So they going back and forth and they just arguing and stuff like that. And I'm like, what's going on? So, Sidney Starr needs to. So Sidney Starr reached in her bag. I don't know if that was popcorn. I don't know if whatever it was, she threw all that stuff Judy, Miss Judy. And then she got up, and then Miss Judy said, "What about me? That Sidney showed her pee to me. What about me?" They was going at it. So Sidney threw the popcorn. I think it was popcorn seeds. I think that's what it was. And Sidney Starr got up, and then she slipped and she fell. Then Tamar Braxton was like, why are you doing this? And wait a minute. Sidney Starr was like, you don't know what they did. I don't give two shits on what they did to you. You don't act like that. This is a bad look on trans women and stuff like that. Did y'all see it? It was lit. I was laughing my butt off. But I'm like, Sidney made sure that she acted a plump fool. Oh, it was cereal. She acted a plump fool. She threw all the cereal on. It was all on the floor. It was everywhere. So Then towards the end, the producers and them, they had to clean up the cereal and stuff. They had to clean up all the cereal. So Tamar was like, this is what we doing? This is an embarrassment. I'm at a place in my career and I'm doing this. Now, Tamar, why do y'all go on Zeus and then y'all get mad when it's ratchetness going on? This because y'all be booking these hosts, Zeus people. I hope y'all watching. Make sure y'all send this to them. Y'all be booking these celebrity hosts and they don't watch the show. They're only there so people can subscribe to Zeus because of so they can subscribe to Zeus. That's why you had the Jason Lee and you had the Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton did not watch now one episode of Baddies ATL because if she watched any of the episodes, she would have known that it's a ratchet show, right? That Sidney Starr is very ratchet. So I don't understand when they get up on here, they so shocked. Like, this is what I'm doing. Girl, you got to check. You didn't do that for free. They paid you some good money to be up on that show. And now you shock. Zeus is a ratchet network. And Tamar, honey, you ratchet too. You have done a lot of ratchet stuff on the Tamar events and on the Braxton Family Values. So let's not act like you are. I said this stuff is beneath me, girl. You did all type of stuff. Now, was it ratchet for Sidney Starr? Her boobie was coming out. It was wrong. Now I heard that Sidney Starr showed her peen to Judy. Okay, to Miss Judy. Now, why would you show your peen? Like, you can't do that. Is that harassment? Because I was reading the comments. They said, y'all are missing or going over the fact that Sidney Starr unsolicited showed her peen to Miss Judy. Did y'all get that? I was like, what? So, and then I was like, Sidney, you acted like this, but this is why we like watching Zeus. It's because we like watching it because of the ratchetness. Let's keep it 100. Because of the ratchetness. That's why we watch. Sidney acted a plump fool, and I was here for it. I said, Sidney, yes. I was in my bed, right? In my bed, and I was watching the Zeus. I was watching Baddies ATL in my bed watching. And once I saw that, I laughed. I posted a clip of it on my Instagram story. And I'm telling you, I was laughing my butt off. Now, we will open up the phone lines and we will allow you all to call in and to talk about. We definitely going to open up those phone lines and allow y'all to call in. But that Sidney Starr, she pretty much dominated the first part of Baddies. If Sidney Starr wasn't there, it would have been a boring reunion because she brought the entertainment. Her job was to be the trans woman, the ratchet trans girl, and just be very, very ratchet. She was running up on Judy. Like, I'm like, why y'all? She ran up on Judy, and Judy was like scared. Like, she didn't want to fight. Sidney Starr was like, go. You can get like she ran up, like, oh, Sidney, don't run up. And people were DMing me. They was like, why is that woman? She not no woman. That's a man. They was posting all type of stuff. I'm like, listen. I don't know what y'all trying to say. I'm gonna open up my phone lines and I'm gonna allow you all to call in, okay? Someone said Wally done went out and took our line of credit and brought the whole green screen and be tricking us. So I'm like, OMG. Okay. All right. I'm so said, okay. All right, Sidney, she did it. So people were sending me up in the DM talking about that. I did watch it. And so we definitely Sidney Starr is a woman, so why can't she hit another woman? She's a woman. Hold up. Wait a minute. Sidney is a woman. That's a transgender woman. Okay. And she have a right to put her hands on a woman. I said what I said. Okay. I said what I said. And I keep it there. So she have a right to put her hands on a woman because that's a show, and she's a woman. It is what it is. So she can do what she got to do. So what's the problem? All right. Okay. I said what I said. All right, let's go. We're gonna go to Nicki Minaj. Oh gosh, Nicki Minaj. All right, Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, and I put in there the downfall of Nicki Minaj is Kenneth Petty. Let's give you a little backstory. Nicki Minaj had a decision to make to marry a man to help her career, to push her up there to legendary status, or to pull her back. That is one decision that Nicki got 100% complete control of doing, which is picking her husband. So she decided to pick a man that R-word a woman back in 1995, and then decided to marry this man. And the man decided to follow Nicki Minaj to California where she lived. And he decided to say, hey, I don't have to register on the list anymore because I'm married to Nicki Minaj. The downfall of Nicki Minaj will be Kenneth Petty. And the reason why I said it will be Kenneth Petty because his criminal behavior is trickling and sprinkling on Nicki Minaj's career and her image. Is on there. She would have came out better marrying, a man, a nerd or something, or a white guy. But she married a man with a history, a nasty history, right? A sick history. And now the woman, Jennifer, is suing the Pettys because she said they came after her and she got the move. They sent goons after her, etc. And I said, we're talking about Nicki Minaj here. We're talking about the queen of hip hop. We're talking about the one that dethroned, the one that took over the Lil' Kim spot. We're talking about this one, didn't win no Grammy, but we're talking about Nicki Minaj. And we have to discuss her husband activities. And she should have learned this by her brother, that her brother was accused of doing stuff with little kids, right? And she helped bail them out. She helped get his attorney. And then here you are, you married a man that R-word a woman, and it's being talked about all on the streets. And I'm like, this is going to be your downfall because of the decision you married into, right? And he probably is a good man. See, the thing about it is, I'm putting myself in Nicki Minaj's shoes. Kenneth Petty probably is a good man. Probably so good. He probably changed. He probably treat her like a queen. He's not trying to take over her career. He know how to play his role, and he's a good man. He could possibly be a man that have changed. But because of what he went to prison for, the public is not going to allow him to live that down because she is a public figure. And one of the major mistakes that Nicki made, in my humble opinion, when she went out and she decided to say that Kenneth Petty was in a relationship with his victim, that to me really brought it down to a new low. Because when she said that and put that out there to the public, now she was putting it out there to come against Jennifer. She shouldn't have never, ever, ever made any type of conversation. She should have never made a comment out. She should have acted like it didn't exist. But she was trying to take up with that man with the good peen and put herself in hot water. And now she have now been in a lawsuit. So would this be another step of her being a trashy artist? Would this take it for with Cardi B? Would this Cardi B come out and do a diss record against her, against Nicki Minaj? We don't know. But this is the downfall of Nicki because all she could have did was marry somebody else. She could have screwed this man. She didn't have to marry him. Because when you marry him, that represents you, right? Okay, so let me drop. I just had to say that. I really did. So let me I'm gonna do so. I'm gonna do my phone. I'm gonna do it this way because I get people off the line real quick if I do it this way. Give me a second. We're gonna open up the phone lines. Hold on one second, moderators. We're gonna do the 972 number real quick. All right, we're gonna do the 972 number. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put it on here. We'll open the phone lines. If y'all want to call in, y'all can definitely call in because I don't feel like open. I want to stay on camera for my facial expressions. So the number is 972-674-9462. Anybody can call in, whether you're a subscriber or not a subscriber. You can call in. So you're welcome. Okay. So I only can take callers one at a time. So don't be just blowing up the lines with me. I can take it one at a time. So 972-674-9462. All right, let me make sure that you all can hear me. So if anybody want to call in, that is the number. All right. Hold on. Hey, what's up? You live on the Wiley Show. Oh, can you turn me down the background? Can you turn me down the back?
Okay. Wiley, are you serious when you say Sidney Starr has the right as a transgender
Yes.
to hit a woman? Are you serious?
I'm 100%. Sidney Starr is a trans woman.
They just had a whole debate on how it's scientifically proven that no matter transgender or not, you're still physically fit as a male. Like, you cannot. I'm so disappointed in you.
How you disappointed? That's a trans woman. That's a trans woman. Hold up. She got the tatas. You know, so what? She got a little beef.
And apparently she still has a peen. And she offended somebody and showed somebody her peen. If a regular person pulled out their peen, it would be like upward. Like, no, right.
So what you're saying is you saying that Sidney shouldn't have come up to her because she have a ping. So, no, she's a trans woman. She identified.
She shouldn't have ran up on her. And I didn't like how when the girl said, "I'll get my brother," which she should have said. Jason Lee called himself having a problem with it. Like, at the end of the day, I can respect you as whatever you want to be called, but you ran up on her. That girl was sitting down minding her business. That's low key bullying, because you know you can beat that woman up. They like to say cis woman, but I'm gonna say woman. You know, as a transgender woman, you can kick her ass. Why would you attack her like that? That's how I feel. And I have something else to say about Lizzo. I really try my best to like Lizzo. I really, really do. She is so pretty. She is so beautiful. Like, she don't gotta do everything that she do. Every time she's somewhere showing her behind, then she want to come on camera crying. Rumors, I didn't listen to it. I've listened to some of her music. True Hurts was the only one I really, cared for. But she needs to focus more on the music and less on the antics, because it's not working for her. And I'm tired of seeing her crying. And I'm tired of seeing her behind covered in cellulite. And as far as the Kenneth Petty and the Nicki Minaj thing goes, you know that he was 15 when that happened. Do you know he's 43 now? Do you know how much people change? People leave that out. If he did or were the lady with raging hormones as a 15-year-old boy, okay, I'll give you that. But to say, like, people can't change, like, that was 27 years ago. Like,
he can be delivered.
I'm not even the same person I was 27 years ago.
Right. He could be delivered. He could be a changed man. But do you think the public believe that? Do you think the public believe that he's a changed man?
I called him before and I told you she just wanted to be protected. But I love her. She shouldn't have married him. But, you can't help who she loves. But it was a long time ago. And the woman who was a young lady at the time, she was 16. It's like, don't make it seem like he out here with kids and stuff. I don't like how they be putting it like pedophile. Like, okay, I understand. Like, he did sexually assault that woman, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm not going if that that he went to jail for it, so we gonna say it happened. Like, but he was 15. He's 43 now. Like, give me a break.
43. All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you for having
All
me.
right. Bye bye. Okay, so yes, okay, y'all are calling in. Y'all are letting me have it in the chat. I'm seeing it right now. So the number is 972-674-9462. The number is 972-674-9462. Okay, give me a second. Somebody had called in, so let me see. All right, so when you call in, please do not call in using no bad language. Okay. All right, give me a second. Let me call this person back. All right. I'm gonna just call you back if you've got a missed call. So give me a second. Hello. Hey, you were live on the Wiley show. I called you back.
Okay, thank you for calling back, Wally. This is the voice of New York. Yes, so I have a kind of like a lot to say, but I'm gonna limit it since you have a lot of callers. With this Afghanistan thing, because this is, I think you're like mostly the only YouTuber that's covering this. The thing is, remember, before the U.S. got into Afghanistan in 2001, prior to that, the U.S. SSR or the Soviet Union was also there in Afghanistan to override the Taliban. They left. I think they were there for maybe like 5 to 10 years. They left, and the U.S. only came to Afghanistan because of 9/11. You know, I don't know if people remember, but I mean, most people remember where they were when 9/11 occurred, right? Like, I was in 8th grade. I was in New York playing Spit. People who play card games know what Spit is, and that's when everything just went left. So we went over there in order to find the Taliban, who are mostly extremists of Islam, and then we got Bin Laden. That's what we went there for. Now, remember, Afghanistan is the type of country in which women have no rights, children have no rights, right? It's like a second-class citizen, actually worse second-class citizen. The military that we try to build, most of the people that we tried to build, they didn't have the education. So the U.S. military forces had to do so much work to even build the people that they wanted in order to take over, or once we leave, to take over moving forward. And yes, you're right. We did have 20 years over there. But again, it's a very corrupt system in Afghanistan. And those people who know how certain countries are, there's a lot of corruption even within the higher level government in that place. I don't think people expected us to leave, because as you mentioned before, Wally, it was time for us to focus on our own country. I think it's how the Americans left is what is leaving a bad taste in people's mouth. I felt like we're supposed to withdraw troops during Trump, which we started doing. And then, I don't think we gave them enough time to, we just withdrew everything. And there are certain parameters that we used to give them when our troops were there that we no longer give them anymore. The issue with Afghanistan, and when we do U.S. imperialism, because I want to go belabor this point, is the fact is that you're right. Not everyone can be a democracy. But what's even sad about the situation is that their own president left, and no, he can't be found. Okay, he can't be found. There were 75,000 Taliban compared to 300,000 of the military that we have trained, and all of a sudden they're all under attack of the Taliban. You mentioned, Raleigh, that they just came about, but the Taliban have a lot of money. Okay, like they I don't know how, but they get a lot of money through different realms. They train very hard, and they're like, go, whatever happens. And it's sad to see how everyone's relying on America. But if America was in this state, I don't think anyone would help us. And at the same time, it's kind of like, and this may seem harsh, but it's kind of like, we gave you the tools to try to help yourself. The government decided to leave you by yourself. So why should we still use our expenditure to continue with your country, right? Especially if we do have issues in our country, right? All that, like you mentioned, can go towards how can we end gun violence in Chicago? How can we end in Brooklyn? How can we increase public funding and stuff? And I think everyone is making us look like the bad guy, and we're not the bad guy. I think if we had left in a different way without being so random, because they were able to take over in 2 days. So in less than a week, the Taliban took over, and then the Afghanistan president is nowhere to be found. I'm just more concerned of the women and children who are left there, who now are being executed, trying to be educated.
But I want to say this: that's not our place as America to tell another country how they operate, how to do their business. That shouldn't be our place, right? Because we can't tell a country how to treat their children when you have children that are homeless out in the streets in our country. So let's be crystal clear here. That is what I feel as though we're not a police force of the world. That's something that we have to stop doing. We got to take care of home first. That's $2 trillion. That's money wasted. We wasted that money.
But remember, we went there because we were trying to get rid of Osama bin Laden.
And we've been got rid of him. And we've been got rid of him. We've been got rid of him. Right?
But then again, I guess I feel like there's a lot of things that we don't know about American politics and foreign policy, because I'm sure there's a lot of things that happen under the table that the people are not aware of. Because for us to be there for a long period of time, I'm sure there's a bigger thing that we won't know, but they know why we were there so long. Because imagine people who had family members in Afghanistan who just did just to have a dead weight, right, while we're there. And then now we're looking like the bad guys, right? We're looking like, okay, a lot of people have sacrificed by becoming reporters, by doing all these things that now the Taliban has your name. So now their parents, their family members are going to be at risk. And then, you saw the planes, right? Now you're going to come over here, and not everyone like America, but everyone, if you look at the pictures, most of the people that are on the plane are mostly men.
Right. Okay. So I hear that, but I want to hold on one second, y'all. We're going to go to the 616 because, baby, my arm is hurting. Hold up.
Your show now. Press 1 to hear.
Your show is scheduled to start in 28 seconds.
Let me put the other number on here because my arm is hurting. I got to get that other camera stand to do this. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right. So, you want to call?
Like we should, like it's kind of like we already gave you ways to.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
That, in long story short,
Blog Talk Radio.
We didn't help. They were going to collapse.
Right.
Because they didn't even try to go against the Taliban. And you can't depend on us to keep it happening.
Right. And then another thing too, them your brothers and them your sisters, so you fighting against your own people. Ain't like you fighting against a foreign.
Precisely. And I don't understand why they don't do it. Right? Like these are Islamic.
Because that's his people. That's their culture. Until we travel for ourselves and understand their culture and really research the country, you would get a better understanding. It didn't work with the Soviet Union. It didn't work with America. It ain't gonna work for the next one they try. You got to understand their system and their culture. Their culture is different. Their culture is the Quran and Islam and all of that. They don't have that Western idea of how we think our everyday lives. They don't live by that principle.
So then I agree, because when I lived in India, I didn't know that India and Pakistan was one country, right? And then Pakistan decided to leave off because they're more of a Muslim type of country. And I had no idea, like especially northern India around that time, because I lived there for a year. And I'm like, oh, stop. You learn so much about how women are treated and how a lot of foreign policy happens. So that's my thoughts on that. And the last thing I have to say is two things. Lizzo just needs to stop being a crybaby. I feel like she's going to do a Monique, lose weight and glow up. But I do think she wants sympathy from us because the rumors of record is not good. She's a very beautiful girl, but I don't think she's tactful in her bigness, and she's not feminine enough in her bigness. So that's why people are annoyed. We see big girls all the time, right? And they don't do things to garner attention. Even when skinny people do it, it's like stop. Imagine if a little chubby, if Rick Ross or DJ Khaled was doing what Lizzo was doing, y'all be annoyed too. Okay, like let's be honest, right? We wouldn't want to. Anytime when Jadakiss, if you saw the Locks versus Dipset, when Jadakiss bent down and his butt crack was showing, we're like, come on, we don't want to see no butt crack. Okay, like we just don't want to see it. So same thing, like Lizzo is doing too much to be seen, and she doesn't have to do that because she's very beautiful and she's super talented. Lastly, as you mentioned, Wally, Kenneth Petty will be the downfall of Nicki Minaj, and as her biggest, like, I do love her music. I don't like what kind of person she is and who she loves. Because I feel like I mean, come on, I love Morris Chestnut. I'm not with him, right? I mean, we all love different people, but we're not with them, and it's okay. But I don't think Nicki cared too much, and I hope she goes deeper into her life, because I feel like she either was sexually assaulted or something happened to her. Because for her to have these, it's like she's in the Stockholm syndrome, and it's very sad to see for someone as powerful as her, who broke barriers, is with a sex offender. And it's like your kid can't go to your kid's show, can't be around parks, can't like what was she thinking? Like, the pee shouldn't be that good, Wally. What was she thinking? What was she like?
I have no idea. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
No problem. Thank you so much, Wally. And I'll follow you to follow with your political commentary. Thank you for highlighting this.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. So the number is 646-716-8447. Thank you, everybody that called in. We're gonna continue to take this call in. Give me 1 second, you guys. Hold on 1 second. All right. There we go. 646-716-8447 is the number. All right. Let's go. Let's see where we at. Right. Anonymous, you live on air. Anonymous, you live on air. Yes.
Hey, this is Camille.
Okay, go ahead, Camille.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Wiley. First of all, the United States should have left Afghanistan, like President Biden said. If they can't help themselves, wow, we gonna help them. The president left. They had 300,000 soldiers that left and probably was chilling with them anyway. Bottom line, I'm done with that. Sidney Starr. Well, I had a fight with Sidney Starr about 10 years ago. So she ain't nothing. She's still ratchet. She's still a liar. And she's still trash. Okay. Now to Nicki Minaj. I'm a barb. But Nicki Minaj needs to get it together a little bit, because she out here looking kind of foolish.
So you said you had a fight with
Hello?
Sidney. You said you had a fight with Sidney Starr?
In Jackson Park 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, Jack. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in the house of Ascada.
You in the house of Ascada.
I know you, Wiley. I know you when you was in Chicago starting all that he say, she say stuff too.
So why would you?
I know you, boo. You was cool though.
Why would you fight?
Cool, though. You hang with them. You was over there with the West Side boos.
Okay.
I seen you up at the park a couple of times.
Okay. Yes.
You was cool, but I beat Sidney Starr up 2 times.
What?
I got all the tea.
Why did you?
I got all the tea.
Why did you beat her up? I'm not understanding. Did she take your man or?
You know, all them gays don't do nothing but try. He say, she say stuff. You know, and they looking at your man. The minute you bring a new man around, they all up in his face, looking at him up and down. The only thing my man could do with you is say hot and die. Other than that, be gone. And she was in my man's face a little bit too long. And then I heard she said, I can't say it on the air because no cursing. I want you to get your money. You know, but she got beat down. And I'm a tranny like she a tranny. And you fight trannies, trans fight trans, men and women fight women. I'm talking about real. But anyway, I don't want to talk about her. I'm on Nicki Minaj because I'm a barb. Hello?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
And so Nicki Minaj, I love me some Nicki, you know, but first of all, Nicki looking like she's starting to age, like she got too much Botox in her face, looking like a real Chinese in your black boo-boo kitty. That's number one. Number two, Nicki needs to sit down, raise her baby. She had her 10 years. It's over. People get over it. And she should be blessed to have 10 years because most people in this industry get 2. Sidney Starr only had 1 second, literally, lying on Chingy.
Okay.
And who else I need to talk about? Okay, so we ain't gonna talk about the military because I got two brothers who fought in Afghanistan and in Iraq. So bring my people Ben came home. One of them came without a limb on them. Okay, so we done what we had to do over there. Let them people do what they do. And up in anywhere in Chicago or up in New York or up in Atlanta or up in Dallas, them Arabs don't respect us no way. So I ain't even concerned about fear, but I ain't gonna say that. But anyway, what was the other topic? Sidney Starr.
You talked about it all, Lizzo. You talked about it. You got
Barb.
it. Yep.
And who knows? Was one more topic that other lady talked about who was talking too long.
Well, we talked about Greg Abbott in Dallas, but Texas tested positive. We also got Dr. Dre's daughter.
Who's that?
Well, you don't know who that is. We talked about Dr. Dre's daughter being homeless. And yeah, you talked about everything.
Oh, I don't even know them people. Well, okay. Anyway, keep on doing your thing.
Thank you.
I like you. But yeah, you was real messy in Chicago, boo. They ran you up out of Chicago.
They didn't rub me out.
I'm gonna talk to you later, boo.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. They didn't run me out. Let's get that straight. They did not rub, but I was messy, but they didn't rub me up out of Chicago. All right. Give me a second. Okay. 4134 caller, you on the air.
Hello.
413. Let's get that straight. They didn't rub me up out no Chicago. Yes. Well, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Welcome.
I was calling. Oh, thank you. I was calling because I was listening to your show, and I've been listening to your show for a while now. And I do agree with you when it comes to Nicki Minaj, because she let her she put her whole career on the line for this man. And she knew that this would turn her career from 100 to like a 1. So I don't agree with her being with this man, but it is what it is.
So I thank you for calling in, but it's was her decision, and I just said it's the downfall of her career, because she's gonna have to always answer those allegations. It's not even allegations; these are facts. He was found guilty.
Yes, these was facts, but her even if he done what he did, right? But she made it public by mentioning this woman on Cream Radio. You understand?
Uh-huh.
So by her mentioning this woman, it brings the woman into the spotlight. So now she has to speak on it because she's been harassed. She don't understand as well. Her fans are dangerous. That's number one. Then number two, she has a huge platform. And then number three, she has a child by this man. Her child's going to grow up, and he's going to have to look back at this because of his mama and his father.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So we have to understand, our faults go to our children.
Yeah, you're right.
But that's all I got to, that's all I have to say.
Well, thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep listening to your show.
Thank you so very much. Okay. All right. Thank you. So Wanda said, I'm in Chicago. Don't do Wiley. We love him. Hey, Wiley boo. Hey. That call us out was run up out Chicago. 9542. Call you on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
How are you?
All right.
Good. Okay. Just a few things I wanted to say. As far as the thing with Nicki Minaj, this is not going to be the downfall of her career because she still has a career. She's still making music. She's still one of the hottest artists out here. Nothing's been taken away as far as that is concerned. So I don't think it's going to be the downfall of her career, but public perception of because especially in the times that we live in now, her career is affected by this. Because if it wasn't for this Kenneth Petty thing, we would be talking about Nicki's music. and we're not talking about her music. She comes out with the that song with Bia, the remix, and it starts out like, oh, Nicki's live, and then it turns over to her husband. Nicki comes out with a new mixtape, and everybody's like excited about her mixtape, and then it goes back to her husband. So this is just something that I hope that she thought out before she got married and had a baby, because this was obviously what was going to happen. You went from somebody who had a whole hate train against you to now giving people something to actually think they can latch on to, you know. So I think this is a smudge when it comes to her career. It is going to be a smudge, but I don't think it's going to end it. As far as the thing with Sidney Starr, I don't watch that show. I don't have a clue of who's on there, but I do know who Sidney Starr is because of that whole controversy that she had with Chinky. And all I have to say is the comment that you made. Now, if that's the thing, to identify as a woman, you want to be respected as a woman and all that, great. And you shouldn't be putting your hands on nobody, period. However, if I am confronted by a transgender or if a female, what do they call them, cis, whatever, gets confronted, somebody who's born a female. So if they get confronted by a trans woman, I guess that's the one that's the man that's a woman. Biologically, that woman cannot physically challenge that guy, you know, on any kind of equal footing. And I think that's the whole thing with the whole trans movement. It's like, that's one of the things that confuses me, because as far as treating somebody like a human being, that's a no-brainer. I'll do that. Call you this, I'll call you whatever you want. I have no problems with that. But when it comes to things like that, like sports, like when it comes to your physicality, biologically, you know what I mean? You are a man. It's like, how do you reconcile that as a woman? You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. Well, we just got to agree to disagree on that. I watched the show. You should check the show out. It's really entertaining.
Okay. Thanks, Wiley.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
All right. The number is 646-716-8447. Anonymous, you live on air.
Thanks, Wiley.
Anonymous. Hello. Oh.
Hey.
Hey.
Greetings, Wiley.
Greetings.
How are you?
All right.
Where should I start?
Is this Sidney Starr?
Don't play. You like mess? That's why I don't call your damn show. You like mess.
All right, is this Sidney Starr?
Why the F you play with me, Wiley? Boy, this is Sidney Starr. What mess. So since you go there, let's go there. See, everyone is just ignoring the fact that Sidney exposed herself to Judy. That's not okay. It's not okay. Why is no one talking about that? And like she stated, she didn't ask to see it. He just did it. Why is it okay? And you saying, oh, that's a woman. Hello. I am a part of the community. I don't wear any labels. But at the same time, he's an embarrassment to the community. Not really the community, but trans women. Because every show that he goes on, she goes on, he, she, whichever, goes on, Sidney gets kicked off. She's never there for more than one season, does the most, overdo it. How the hell are you going to sit your ass up there, Wiley, and said, oh, he could fight a woman? How?
I said it because that's a trans woman.
I don't even know if he's taking what's it called, testosterone. Because the hormones, because Sidney went into deep voice. still has a penis.
Oh,
So how is that a woman?
You-
I don't get that concept of if you say female impersonator, I could understand that. But if you still have that schlong swinging between there and two testicles,
oh,
how are you a woman? Are you a woman just because you have breasts and you wear makeup and a wig?
is this what she identify as, Carla? That's how she
But you
identifies.
can't identify as a woman when you have a penis. I can understand. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. I could understand if you don't have a penis anymore. And you said, okay, I'm a woman. Okay, you're a woman. You don't have your penis anymore. You did your surgery and you have whatever you have there now. But if you still have that, how the hell are you going to tell me that's a woman? Am I stupid? Am I missing something? And it's not out of disrespect, but let's just speak logically. That is a man. You still
That's a
have
woman.
man parts.
That's a woman. But who to say she showed the penis, the peen?
I'm gonna move on from that because if I speak freely, it will come off as being disrespectful, and I don't want to disrespect anyone, but I know what it is. Because if you still have that between there, if you still have man parts, and you went and get breast implants, that do not make you a goddamn woman. That's a female impersonator.
Mm.
Until you remove the rest. So I'm going to leave it alone.
Wow.
Nicki Minaj situation. Nicki put herself in that situation. And like the old folks used to say back in the day, you make your bed, you lay in it. That's the bed she made. So she just has to lay in it and figure out the best way that she can deal with it. If I was in such a situation, especially with a brother in the same situation, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with anybody in that case. Because you have it in your family. It happened in your family, your immediate family. It's your brother that did it to a child and in jail for the rest of his life. Why would you go and marry a man with the same thing? Even if it was 50 years ago. Didn't they put Bill Cosby in jail for a case that was, 40 years old or 30 years old or how many years old? So no matter what she does in life, no matter what he does in life, it will forever be there. So it is what it is. I don't even think about it because she put herself in that situation, so she has to deal with it. She could have, like you said, have sex with him, have fun, and she didn't have to marry him, didn't have to bring him in public. We didn't have to know about him. I mean, it's not right either way. Like, for me, who's a survivor, I don't have anything to do with anybody who abused people in any type of way. What's the other topic? Oh, Dr. Dre. So for us as Black people, I think sometimes, not all of us, but some of us who has kids, I don't have any kids, but the ones who have kids, sometimes set your children up for failure because some Black folks still have this enslaved mentality that your kids have to go out there and have to find a job as soon as they turn 18. I have friends who are Jewish, right? In Jewish, if you're religious, you get married early. As early as 18, 19 years old, you get married, you start having kids. But guess what? The parents, they still help those children, still pay their rent, still go make them groceries, still help them pay their bills. Like they help them along the way. Dr. Dre is a billionaire. You buy her a house, you furnish the house, and you put the lights and gas on auto pay with your accountant, and you leave her there. You set her up, and you leave her. Let her get a job. You know that your grandkids are not sleeping in a car or in somebody else's house or something. They have a place to live. They have a roof over their head. Then let her go find a job, figure out how she's going to live, figure out how she's going to maintain the house. But you leave them with a roof over their head and lights and gas and water. And that's it. Like, even if she goes to the media or not or whatever, how many white people you see have their children out there living like that and they're billionaires or they have money?
You're right. You got a good point.
It's only black people who do it. It's only us as black people who do it. Like some mothers, they have good kids. Their kids are very smart, doing great in school, and they're like, I can't wait for them to get out of the house. I can't wait for them to turn 18 to get out of the house. Set your kid up. And it don't have to be, but a child should be able to live at home until they're at least 26. Because if they have student loans, they have to get that together. Like when you leave your parents' house, if the parents can afford it, because I know not all parents can afford to help take care of their children or whatever. But even if you can't take care of your kid, right? You let them live at home. You show them how to save the money, how to have a bank account. You set them up so when they go out into the world, they can manage on their own. You just don't throw them out, kick them out. And yes, she's a grown woman, but still, she has 4 kids. That's your grandkids. So you know what and I'm a billionaire. Money is nothing. I'm spending how much $1,000 on one shoes or one T-shirt or one pants. So why can't you buy her a house, furnish the house, get your accountant to set up lights, gas, and water, and let her figure out the rest?
I heard you on that.
What's so hard in that? What was the other topic?
I think that is a good point. But you talked about everything. We talked about Nicki. Yeah, you talked about everything.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
The whole thing with trans women, like even with the bathroom, it wasn't an issue for me with trans women using the bathroom because for me, I always use the family bathroom. Or if I use the one that's wheelchair accessible, because those are personal bathrooms. And if I do using stalls, I use the bigger stalls, so no one is that close to me, they can look over or something. But it never occurred to me until TS came out and talked about that woman who was on her menstrual and in the bathroom and how he talked. That was the only time that it made me think, oh shit, this could actually happen to you in the bathroom. And then it had me thinking of, oh, well, yeah, it's still a man and they could still like look over while you using the bathroom or whatever. And after that, I was like, okay, I need to even protect myself more when I'm in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. But I never thought about it until he came out and said that thing about that woman with the bathroom. Like I didn't even think about, okay, they're going to be sharing a bathroom with us and they're going to be seeing our personal things or whatever. I never thought about it until then. So, yeah.
All right.
Society correct term is that it's a woman, but like I said before,
okay.
if you have a bat and ball, it ain't a woman.
All right.
Until you change it, you ain't a woman.
Thank you so much for calling.
I'm going to go have my salad now.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, the number is 646-716-8447. We could talk about Nicki. We talked about Dr. Dre. We also mentioned Afghanistan, the update on that. We talked about Lizzo. And Great Abbott, this is up to you. What's your comments on the subject? 6325 calling on air. Hello. 6325. Okay, I don't know what the world they doing. They at work, child. Anonymous, you live on air.
Yeah, I'm an active military person right now, and I'm happy we are out. You know, it was stupid anyway. You know, so that's good.
You said you're a military person, and you said what now?
I'm in the Air Force. I'm in the Air Force, Arlington Air Force.
Okay.
Yeah, Arlington, Virginia. But I was over in Iraq about 4 years ago, and Afghanistan. So I'm happy we out. Biden was right. Trump had said we was getting out last year anyway. So that's dead. And we ain't got nothing like Trump said. We should have just took the oil. So
what?
He did say that. We should have walked away with nothing. But a lot of my brothers dead.
Yeah, thank you so much for your service. Do you feel like it was a waste of money to do what we did?
Not before my time. I ain't nothing but 28. But the generation before me, when they first went over to get bin Laden, yeah, because they attacked 9/11.
Okay.
So yeah, we done what we had to do. We should have been gone. So as far as the Lizzo thing, she's a pretty girl, but she's doing too much, and she, you know, looking for sympathy or something out there, trying to be bad, you know. So that's what that is. As far as the transgender, transsexuals, you know, no, that's still a man. So what it is, what it is. But to the women, they look like, the real women look like transsexuals. I don't date women who wear weave. I don't date women who walk out the house with makeup on all day, with eyelashes and fake nails. Because when you get in bed with them at night or they wake up, that's a different person. So they might well be a tranny. You know, so women need to stop that, man. And I'm in the military. See, most women in the military don't wear that. They naturally beautiful. You know, and women can grow their hair. Look at all the thug rappers and shit. Look, Dirk now. They got long dress. Women can grow their hair. Why they always have to wear these weaves? Nobody can smell that. You know?
So you said you don't like to date a woman with weaves and makeup because they look different. Have you ever been in that?
I don't date women like that.
Oh, you don't date women like that?
Yeah. I'm 6'3", 195, tone body. So women at me all day long. Even in the military, when I go to DC, everything. But I don't date. I can't rub my hands through their hair. Well, I'm gonna pull off the wig. You know, so they mad at the trannies, but they look like trannies. You know, so I don't know. So, and as far as the Nicki Minaj thing, you know, Nicki had her time when we was 23, 24. We 28 finna be 30. Nicki finna be 40. Her time done. You know, you got to pass the torch, baby girl. You know, so who else we talking about? Oh, Dr. Dre. Oh, Dr. Dre, you know, you got to take care of your seed, man. I don't care if she's 60. That's your seed and then your grandkids. This is like if your seed was on drugs, you still going to take care of the grandkids.
Right.
Man, that's all I have to say about it, man. You got a good show. This is my third time watching it. I'm over here now at the base. But
thanks.
But the trannies, the women, they mad at the trannies because they look like them. Take off all that weed, take off all that makeup. And it's summertime. I just saw a girl, me and my guys, we went to DC. This was last week. We was off the base. We go to DC, go partying. It's 85 degrees outside and y'all melting in the sun in front of the Capitol building. Drip, drip paint. I'm like, man, get it together, man. My daughter, I'm going to tell her straight up. You ain't going to be wearing no weed.
You said they was melting.
people. Get your skin together. Get some nice skin cream, some cocoa butter. Take care of your skin so you don't have to wear makeup. Grow your hair. Get the perms out the hair. And you don't have to look like a trans.
No, but the correct term is trans. I think a lot of people don't understand it, right? They don't understand that culture and that identity and stuff like that. But you're saying that women wearing nails and makeup and hair, like they should do that. You don't like a woman with makeup and a little eyeshadow and a little, eyelashes?
Bro, these women be having on kits. When I say kits, you lay down, you got to wash the sheets off because they makeup all on your sheets, man. I don't wash my sheets every day. I'm a military man. I think somebody in the barracks, next thing I know, these sheets got to be washed. I see brown and slack and stuff, and all. What is going on? Then she had to sneak out before 5 o'clock in the morning before we got to do drills. I'm like, who is you? She's like, I don't know who came home last. I was like, no, you're not. It's totally different, bro. I'm like, come on, women, y'all need to get together. And I ain't just talking about black women, because I date black women, white women, Hispanic women, all of them. This makeup is going crazy. They put on like 5 different layers. Nails. Eyelashes falling out in the soup. That is one girl. We went to a date, man. Her eyelashes fell out in the soup.
Oh, her eyelashes fell. Oh my gosh.
In the soup.
Oh wow.
And this may sound funny, but this real, man. This real. I got 10 more years to go to the military because I'm doing 20. And my wife, she would not be wearing makeup. Lipstick, okay. But no weave, grow your own hair, or rock some dreads. Your hair can grow dreads, or get that Uncle Winfrey hair, real hair.
Right.
I got 20 years, so I'm gonna have a nice pension. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get some checks. I already got 10 in the game right now.
I heard that.
So, and I'm gonna work for United or something like that because I'm a pilot. But on that note, keep up the good work, man.
Thanks, brother. Thanks.
I'm happy we ain't never going back there. We had to do 10 years ago. A couple of my boys got killed over there. I'm happy I was safe, and those people don't like us.
Yeah, you're right. All right, thanks, brother. Oh man, that was funny, man. There. Ooh, they triggered. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hello?
Hi, welcome.
Oh. That guy was hilarious. I loved him. That's how my parents raised me and my sisters. We don't wear makeup. But anyway, I wanted to call because I saw Nosy Hoes live. She's another YouTuber.
Uh-huh.
She's really the one that really broke the story about Kenneth Petty. Nicki Minaj is now suing her in another social platform. I forgot what platform it was, but allegedly Nosy Ho said today that Nicki Minaj is suing her because she Nosy Ho has been covering Jessica for a long time. She did a very good job. And one thing that you guys have to understand, yes, this happened years ago, but Jessica moved on with her life. Kenneth Petty is the one that messed up, and he didn't, what didn't he do? He didn't register. When he didn't register, that's when the barbs or whatever y'all call them folks went digging because that went public. And when he didn't register, that's when it all came about. Jessica was living her life, but because he messed up, you guys got to remember, he messed up and didn't file. So now Nicki Minaj and her goons were, according to Jessica, harassing that young lady. They were also harassing her daughter and her family. Now she can't retract. There's somebody she reports to. I can't remember all of the story because, it's been like 3 to 6 months ago when Nosy Ho broke it. It could have been a year. I don't know. But I don't remember all the details. But I remember the young lady, Jessica, saying the victim. She stated that she cannot just retract it, even though she wouldn't anyway, because if she retracts, then she'll have to go through trial and then she'll be found guilty for retracting. So she'll end up in prison. She cannot retract a statement. And when Kenneth Petty, according to Jessica,
I just want to know, you said that Nicki Minaj is going to sue a blogger. Did you see the lawsuit paperwork of Nicki Minaj suing these bloggers? I'm just trying to get an understanding because that's news to me. Did you see the paperwork that they're getting sued?
No, I don't know. She just said it today. She just said it like an hour ago. Nosy Ho is the one that broke all this news up with Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
She's the first. She's even in. Nosy Ho posted, if you look on her community post, you will see that she's on, she's in People's Magazine.
I understand that, but I was on this part like, did she suing these bloggers? So I'm going to do some research on there because that's news to me.
Yeah.
That's like some updated.
Yeah.
That's like
and Jessica was on, she's got a lot of, Nosy Ho has a ton of, what do you call them? Lives with the young lady. She had to bring her back on.
I remember that.
In the community.
I remember that she interviewed the victim and stuff like that. But then also too, that same victim came out. Now let's say this. She also went on another platform and said, "I never said Kenneth reached out to me. I never said Nicki Minaj reached out to me." So she did say that too. Because that went viral as well. She went on another YouTube channel. Jennifer went on another YouTube channel and she said that I never said Nicki reached out to me and I never said Kenneth Petty reached out to me. So that went viral. What she said.
Not at first.
Well,
not at first.
Okay.
But as time went on, and she has recordings of this. As time went on, they did. Now the biggest thing is somebody that's on and Nosy Ho showed the clip of it. There's some guy that called Jessica and basically offered her $20,000, but subliminally was saying that it was from Nicki Minaj.
Oh.
And then on top of that, Jessica also said that she said no to that, and then her family, her sorry tale family, was offered by the goons $500,000 subliminally from Nicki Minaj.
I don't believe that.
And they turned that down.
I don't believe that. Her family turned down $500,000.
Look at what.
So her family turned.
No. She turned it down. They were trying to coach her to take it.
Oh.
They wanted her. Okay. Nicki Minaj wanted her to fly in to get the money, but in order to get the money, she had to retract the statement. And the young lady, Jessica, the victim, said, I'm trying to say the words exactly right. I was following this for a minute when Nosy Ho, when Nosy Ho was covering it. She covered it real good. Now, I want to say this too. When Jessica went to school after she got raped, she ran to school and told the school nurses she got raped. They called the police. The police went straight to his home, and he admitted to doing it. And it's not allegedly. He admitted in the police report to raping that young lady. And they were not. And what also made her mad is that Nicki Minaj went on her show and said that she was a white woman and said that she was an older young lady dating Kenneth Petty. At the time, they were the same age. She didn't bring nothing. And, I remember months back when she did the interview with Jessica. Jessica said that her daughter was in a club with her friends and somebody came and scared the crap out of her daughter.
So is this Jessica's daughter? So people in the chat is saying that you're Jessica's daughter. Are you Jessica's daughter?
No.
You're not Jessica's daughter?
No, man. I'm sorry. No.
What
I'm
my
the Dr.
producers
Sebi
is
kid.
saying they're saying that this is Jessica.
No, I'm the girl that always call in.
Is
when
this
you do the
Jessica's?
Dr.
This is
Sebi
not
stuff.
Jessica's daughter?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, a
Can
lot
you
of
hear
people.
me?
The producers are saying this is Jessica.
It's not. I swear to you guys, it's not. It's the young lady that always calls in about the Dr. Sebi stuff.
I mean Jennifer. Okay.
Huh?
No, I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
But I just wanted to call in and clear that up. She said, if you go look at Nosy Whole Live, she spoke to Jessica on several lives, you guys. Y'all can't downplay a victim like that. That lady was minding her own She was minding her own business. She was minding her own business. Now, of course, you know, I know you're friends with Tasha K, and I think Nicki Minaj paid her off because all of y'all are talking down like the lady ain't a victim. She's a victim. Don't do that to her. She was minding her own business, and because Nicki Minaj wants to be with a pedophile, that's on. You know.
All right.
bad
So
guy,
what I'm saying
on
is
her.
you're not Jennifer.
Why do you keep asking me that?
I don't know. My producers are saying this is Jennifer. Guys, why y'all keep saying that that's Jennifer?
You're gonna laugh about it because you're trying to cover up.
No, I'm not sure.
what
They
I'm
keep
saying.
saying
You know it's right.
they keep saying I'm glad. They
Huh?
keep saying this is Jennifer. Is
I'm
this
not.
Jennifer?
I called in to give y'all the facts. Don't downplay that this happened years ago. That young lady got raped and she was minding her own business. She was minding her own business because Kenneth Petty, and you notice he didn't file. That's when the story got rammed up. And because he didn't file, this young lady is going through hell now. She wasn't going through hell like this at first.
All right.
He didn't go file.
All right, and
This
you
isn't her
get
fault.
well. I'm saying it like, listen. I have to get all the evidence because number one, who's to say that could have just been a crazy fan
You
doing
don't
that?
remember that?
No,
that
no.
he
What
didn't
I'm
file?
saying,
don't
what I
remember
want you
that
to understand,
register?
caller,
register.
that could have been a fan that's doing this just because they think they is in Nicki Minaj. This would be good for Nicki. No, who's to say that this ever happened? I don't think the lawsuit gonna go nowhere. Me honestly.
No, it's been you need to go watch. If you go
Listen,
watch No
I don't have to
Limit,
watch it. I'm looking at the court doc. I'm talking about
and
legal
everything.
reasons of the lawsuit. I don't think it's going to go anywhere because I don't think Nicki's stupid enough to be trying to pay somebody $20,000 and then try to pay somebody $500,000. I don't believe that is true. I believe that Nicki Minaj is innocent in that. I do believe she's innocent.
No, the girl had to sue because they keep harassing her.
Again, that ain't
living
Nicki
like
doing
this.
that. That's not Nicki doing that.
Tired
No,
of it.
I don't think Nicki
Yes,
is doing
it
that
is
at all.
her
I
doing it.
don't think. How do you
She's
know?
been
Did you
calling
call
her,
Nicki? Did you talk to
She's been
Nicki?
calling
Did
her,
you
too.
talk to Nicki? Did you talk to Nicki and Nicki told you that they're doing that? How do you know that to be factual? They could just be crazy barbs doing that. Listen, I'm not about to go watch nobody because I have my own mind on it. I just don't believe that Nicki is doing it. I believe Nicki Minaj is innocent on there. I do believe that she's innocent, caller.
Who's innocent?
I believe Nicki Minaj is innocent. I think this is just nothing but just a way to get some money from Nicki Minaj. I believe that she's innocent, caller.
God bless you.
Okay. And if it comes out, if she's
have a good night.
all right, thank you. She just called in and was promoted, and we just let her just talk. 6325 caller, you're there. Oh my God.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay, so perfect. Hi, it's Wallace. I want to just clear something up because that last caller, yeah. So I'm not this. I don't follow anyone. This whole barb or whatever that shit is. I mean, I don't worship anyone. I like what I like. I like this music. It is what it is. But I don't care about that because when this whole Jennifer thing came up, I was so mad and I dragged Nicki and I dragged what's that other guy's name? Kenny or whatever. I dragged both of them. And I was following up with Jennifer because I wanted to see like what happened. I wanted to know more about it. And then my thing is, this, like, she has acted really, like, really funny to me. Like, okay, that last caller was talking about, oh, no, Diho doesn't care about this victim. She only cares about it because it pertains to Nicki. Period. That's basically it. It's because it pertains to Nicki Minaj, so she pretends to care. Like, everyone does that. Everyone does that. I've been noticing. Because if you really care about someone, why don't you listen to what she has to say? Because no one is listening. Everyone is listening to what he or she said. It's like a blogger has to be the one to present it. And also, it's like, I followed Jennifer. She was on ODHO. She was on Hot Shot Radio. She was on all these other blogs. And her story keeps changing. It's one, she said, like that last caller said, she's right. Kenny met me in the bus or whatever. She met me in the park and then he raped me, yada, yada, yada. Next thing she says in Hot Shot Radio, oh, Kenny was at my grandma's house and no one was there. And then he raped me with a bottle. So which one is it? Then I was like, okay. And then she was crying in her car. I felt so bad. And Hot Shot Radio was interviewing her. So you know what I did? I literally went in the comments and asked her, like, I understand that you're going through a lot and I feel really bad. She then was asking for donations. And people were paying her, like paying her $5, $10. I mean, I paid as well, so I'm not innocent in this. But my thing is this, I asked her a simple question, why don't you go to the authorities and show them the evidence? Like, YouTube doesn't really do anything for you here. Then what did she do? She blocked and then she started crying again. And then she then went to another blogger. So it's just like, everyone keeps on running this, believe the victim first, but none of you guys, like, I'm not saying you, Wiley, but no one is actually listening to what she's saying. Because you cannot be, like, I have been a victim, and I know people have been a victim, and our story do not change. I don't care if it's the law, it doesn't matter who the person is. What I said to one person is what I will say to the other. She does one thing, twist it, and then she'll find a way to add Nicki into it. Like, she's like, oh, Nicki paid me $500, $500,000. Next minute, she didn't pay me, it was her team. Next minute again, oh, she pays me $20K. Or the next minute again, she didn't pay me. So which one is it? And then it's just so confusing. And then you cannot even ask her anything unless you're going to pull the Megan Thee Stallion card. I'm a victim. Do not speak about me. But no one can question your story, even though you're telling like 5 different stories of the same event. And also, this whole rape charge, because I was very invested in that too. Because yes, people like, yes, Kenny did what he did or whatever. But my question, I also question that, did he really rape her like she's claiming? Because she's too comfortable.
He was convicted of it with that. He was convicted of it.
It doesn't matter. Why listen to me?
He was convicted of it. He have to register he did it or not. He was convicted. He was convicted of it. So that's.
I know that. That's what I think. It doesn't matter. Central Park Five is the exact same thing. They took the plea and they didn't even do shit. Yeah, simple like that. And how many years were they in prison? 25 years for what? Doing nothing. And then everyone believed it. And it turns out that the white girl lied. And then did she get punished? No. Everyone just moved on and everyone moved on, right? So that's just it doesn't make any sense. First of all, they said that they arrested him. Do you know what I found out like later? Because I was digging, because I wanted to make sure. Because if not for her, like if she didn't lie, I would just believe her without caring about anything. But when she started twisting, I wanted to invest myself a little bit. So I was digging a little bit. Okay, I just wanted to like maybe yes, he did deserve this, like all of that. And I'm noticing that did they question him? No. Like you know like okay, I grew up in the UK, right? So I don't know how the system is over here. So it's just like, okay, when you get arrested, right? And just say there's a victim and there's a person that actually commit the act, so sit them in different rooms and make sure like their story connects. They didn't even question the dude. So how do we know? And also, she also tried to recant like 4 times. Why did she try to recant? Because Kenny has pledged that he did it, but he, in his court paper, he put not guilty. He literally tried to put not guilty for so many years. And she tried to recant for him 4 times. Why? I mean, if he really did it, why did he try to recant? And I feel like all of a sudden, that other lady, she also lied. She said that, oh my God, Kenny has to. She only had a problem because Kenny did not register. That's a lie. I was in 2018 when this nigga was with Nicki. Immediately, this bitch came out. She was I saw it in a Daily Mail. That's the British log. The British log. She just came up from nowhere, and she's like, he assaulted me. Yada yada. And that's where I started believing her because I didn't know who the guy was. But then when you dig into her past and digging into her story, it's kind of weird. Even her own cousin that lived with her in the same home that she claimed that she was raped, whatever, right? So like the same cousin. She said that not just her, she was also raped. Both of them and a lot of siblings in their house, so they're only with their grandmother. They were all raped by a lot of people, adults, and it's unfortunate.
So you're calling from the UK?
No. I'm in New York right now for visiting, but I mostly live in the UK.
I just want to ask you this question before we go to the next caller. Do you think that Nicki Minaj is innocent? Do you think that she tried to pay off the victim?
I don't believe it because I'm sorry, Wiley. I don't like people that lie. She's lied so many times, and then you think like if you don't like. I understand you have to do it's your job to run a blog, but one thing is that why is everyone quick to do this whole making a stallion? Just run to believe someone without even knowing what happened.
All right. Thank you.
Caring to listen. You know, it's weird.
Thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Wow, they are calling in today. Okay. So someone sent me this text. Let me read this out loud. Let me get a little messy. Okay. I'm just gonna read it. They said on Armand's show, he said that Nicki gave Jennifer's daughter a birthday shout out. Can someone confirm that in the chat? Really? Did she give the Jennifer daughter a birthday shout out? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hi, Wally.
Hi. Is this Jennifer?
Okay, so no, this is not Jennifer.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I want to talk about Dr. Dre's daughter.
Okay.
Based on the article, Dr. Dre was paying for his daughter's rent and her utility expenses and everything, all the way up until January of 2020, when she did an interview basically saying that she hadn't seen him in 18 years and he's never met his grandchildren. And that's when the money stopped. So she had an allowance, plus he was paying her rent and all of her utilities and all of those expenses. So now she's 38 years old. So if he was taking care of her for 37 years, because 2020 was last year, if he was taking care of her 37 years, he was giving her an allowance and paying her rent, what was she doing with her money? And you know what I'm saying? Like, what was she doing with her money? Because she's the one that said that he was giving her an allowance as well as he was paying her rent and paying all of her electrical bills. So we're saying that he should, give her money because he's a billionaire. Well, he's taking care of her for 37 years and he's giving her an allowance. So now at what point is she's going to, step up and be a woman? Why haven't she opened up any type of businesses? I mean, you have Dr. Dre as your father. And then where are all of these baby daddies that you have? You have 4 kids from, maybe 1, 2, 3, I don't know, however many different men that you have kids for. So if he took care of her all the way up to January 2020, what did she do with all of that money that he gave her? Because according to her, that's the last time he gave her money was, up until the point that she did the interview. So that's what I want to say about that. I want, people to kind of take that into perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point you got to grow up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know Dr. Dre is a billionaire. He's rich. Yes, granted, he should do a lot. Granted, he should put $1 million. Maybe he has some type of college fund or something set up for those kids. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But at what point is she gonna, be the mother and grow up and be the woman that she's supposed to be if he's been taking care of her for 37 years? The second thing is, okay, I see you glad that the R. Kelly Wally, let me address this. Every time that I call into your show, because I will stop. Every time I call into your show, I do not need you to announce anything about being an R. Kelly caller or an R. Kelly published. This conversation is not about R. Kelly. So whether or not I feel like R. Kelly is innocent and you feel like he's guilty, you don't have to make that announcement every time, because I see that you do that a lot.
Listen, it's just
So let me just nip that in the bud, because you have a tendency of doing that a lot, and I think that needs.
Wait. Did I do that, or was that one? Okay, go ahead.
No, you did that. I'm trying not to cuss, okay? But anywho,
Go ahead.
That shit is funny. That shit will be funny for real, because then your chat be ripping my ass apart. It ain't cool. But so stop doing that. When we talking about R. Kelly, if you want to say this R. Kelly publicist on the phone, then we can have that conversation. We're gonna be talking about R. Kelly a lot. The trial starts tomorrow, but we ain't talking about R. Kelly right now, okay? Anywho, so back to Dr. Dre's daughter. You know what I'm saying? She got to stand up and be a woman and take care of herself. Now, as it relates to Sidney Starr, you did a show maybe a week or so ago where it was a transgender that had tricked a man. And at the end of the day, in that show, you said that a transgender is still a man. So how are you jumping on your platform saying that a transgender is a woman and that a transgender has the right to fight a woman?
But Sidney is a woman in my eyes. You don't think so?
Hell no. Sidney Starr ain't no woman. Sidney Starr is a man, okay? Sidney Starr is a man. Sidney Starr do not deny that we is a man, okay? She flashes her penis, whatever the case. She's a man. At the end of the day, she's a man. Just because you have a feeling of something and you feel like you identify something, it doesn't make you that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you that. So Sidney Starr, at the end of the day, will never be a woman. No transgender would ever be the opposite sex. A trans man would never be a man. A trans man would always be a woman, because the biological things that a woman has to deal with is different from what a man has to deal with. So biologically, when that person gets older, that person is going to deal with women issues. A trans trans woman will never be a woman. They're going to have to deal with prostate issues and all of that other type of shit that men have to deal with that women don't have to deal with. So they will never be whatever they identify as. You know what I'm saying? You can identify as whatever you want to be, but at the end of the day, you're not that.
Okay. I feel
Never.
All right.
So,
that's your opinion. But my opinion is
Sidney
a
Starr
trans
has
that
no
she
reason.
identify as. Now, I'm against anybody showing somebody their equipment, they peen. If that happened, I'm against that, because you can't do that. I know I can't do that. Just whip it out and show someone. You can't do that.
Yeah, but the thing is that at some point, like enough has to be enough. Just because you feel like something, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't make you that. You feel me? You know how like I believe one of your I was listening to another show earlier where Tasha K had broke a story about this man from the conscious community that had sexually assaulted his stepdaughter. And I was listening to somebody over there, and one of the women was saying is like, what they were comparing transgenders to pedophiles, to people that molest, babies and infants and stuff like that. And she was saying, like they sick in the head, they can't turn off that sickness. So just because, for them, they feel like it's okay to, rape an infant or, whatever, it doesn't make it okay. And, she was saying just because a man feel like they're a woman, don't mean that they're a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop, with all of this, just because you feel that makes you that. No, and it's not okay. So Sidney Starr is not a woman, and Sidney Starr don't have no business attacking Judy or putting her hands on Judy. And if she did put her hands on Judy, Judy got every right to get her brother. I don't know why Jason Lee was talking about why you want to get your brother. Nigga, because Sidney Starr is a whole man. I ain't finna fight her. So, anywho. So, the other story is you were talking about the Nicki Minaj and the thing. Well, so here's my thing with that. I think that Nicki Minaj would always have a stain because of her connection to Kenneth Petty. Now, whether or not the accusations is true or not, as far as her trying to bribe Jen to change her story. I haven't heard Jen's story change. So since she came out and she made this story, nothing about her story has changed. Her story has stayed consistent. And I want people to think like where it could be possible where Nicki and them did do this. Because if you think about the Brian Banks, right, where Brian Banks was accused of, sexually assaulting somebody in his high school. He went to jail for 6 years. Now, when he got that woman to recant her story, and he had the lawyers and everything, those convictions was overturned. So he no longer had to register as a sexual offender. So maybe if Nicki and them did do this, maybe they was trying to take the Brian Banks direction to get her to recant, to see if they can get that conviction overturned so that he would no longer have to register, because it has happened before. You know what I'm saying? So, and regardless of what, Nicki did go on her radio station and defend him, and the accusations that the statements that she made was not true or didn't coincide with the actual victim. So she would still have some type of suit against Nicki. You know what I'm saying? As it relates to that, I just think it's just a sticky situation. You can't help who you love, but I really don't think that she should have connected herself with Kenneth. And then, Kenneth does have a background, like how I was listening to Armand, how he was talking about how Kenneth, how when the ex-girlfriend read, how when she had, said that Kenneth was just using Nicki, how she ended up getting stomped and beat to the ground, bloodied all up, a week or 2 weeks later. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even hear nothing else about her. So it's not like they're not going. You know what I'm saying? The man has a long rap sheet. He's been in and out of jail. He has multiple shots. So it's not like it can't happen. And it's not like that's not something that he could possibly be doing. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that that's a sticky situation. And if Nicki did do that, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's her husband. She connected with him. And, Jen got to do what she got to do, because I haven't heard her story change. You feel me? And she went straight to the police. So she's not like one of those other accusers. She went straight to the police after it happened. You know what I'm saying? So we can't say that she was lying. Kenny ain't have no money. He wasn't rich. He ain't had nothing to offer her. So it's not like as if she did it because he had money. It was both broke. You feel me? And she was in a foster care. She was in a foster home, and she said she was being taken advantage there. So she knew the people there that she was staying with wouldn't believe her. That's why she didn't even go home, and she went straight to the school and reported it to the school.
All right.
So, that's all I want to say on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, y'all is really calling
Peace out,
in.
Wiley.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Y'all is really calling in today. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Whew. Oh, that's a lot I want to say. I want to just keep it in. Anonymous, you live on air. Hello? Is this hello?
Keep it in.
Okay, they got me playing. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, Dominique, this Dominique from the House of Escada.
Okay. Oh, you call it back in. What else you want to say?
I ain't never called in. I want to know who is that military man.
Oh, he's a producer.
Well, baby,
he not gonna want you. Now you know he not gonna want
I got to
you.
get them other bloggers a break, baby. If you got military men like that calling dude, from the House of Escada. Oh my God, that man sounded bad and terrible. Woo! And then he said he was 6'4".
Okay. Oh,
and
you
I know and Wiley, I know exactly where that Air Force base at. It's up in what's the name? It's a little city outside of Washington D.C.
Okay.
Arlington Air Force Base, but the name in Arlington is in a little city. I forgot the name of that town.
Oh. Okay. Well, he got
we was just at Pride in May, right?
Okay.
And I met a couple of boys down there, boo. But anyway, but look, I want to talk about he fine. I need to be watching your show. I hope he call back again.
Okay, okay. Go ahead, caller.
Look, I want to talk about this Sidney Starr thing. Now, Sidney Starr knows she a man. She should not be hitting no. And I'm a gay boy. I'm a gay boy from the house of Escala. So she knows,
No, Sidney Starr is a trans woman. As a trans woman, if you look at her,
her brother and they go.
And
you would have been done with and dealt with him running out with that wig on. So we ain't gonna even focus on that.
You clearly see that she's a woman, and you clearly can see that she's beautiful.
Okay. Moving along, Wiley.
Okay.
Moving along, Miss Wiley. Let's move it along, boo.
Okay.
Agree to disagree, and we know what's the facts and what's the real world facts. So let's talk about Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Nicki, like that old lady said who called in, you lay your bed, you lie in your bed. Everybody know that. Nicki Minaj knew what she was doing. She wanted some goons behind her, like Armand said. She wanted to be certified in these streets.
What category? What category do you walk? What category do you walk in?
Face, boo.
You walk face? Oh, okay. Face. Yes.
Face. And I drop it like it's hot, boo. And all the balls from Chicago to Washington, D.C. to Los Angeles.
Yes.
And that's when that's how I know Sidney too. And that boy who talking about, not that, I'm sorry now. That's my friend who had called back. That girl who said she had to fight with Cindy. Cindy, I was at the park, I was at the park that day when she beat Sidney up. I remember that day. She ain't lying. Cindy, everybody knows somebody. I remember that, Wiley.
Well, I'm glad that you
were still living here, weren't you?
Yes, I was living in Chicago, but I wasn't.
You was probably up at Jackson Park when that girl beat.
No, I wasn't always at Jackson Park. That wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't too much visit Jackson Park. Like I only been like probably twice. It's too ratchet for my taste.
Oh, you one of them West Side girls. Yeah.
No, not West Side. No, not one of West Side. No. But
you from Chicago, Wiley?
I'm from Chicago, yes, born and raised. But I'm not from the West.
From Chicago?
I'm not in the West Side. I'm on the South Side. I was, South Side all day, not the West Side. I didn't too much care for the West Side. I'm being honest with you.
Okay, so what was you hanging out at on Belmont?
Sometimes I would go up on Belmont. It was lit, around Pride and stuff like that. But I was mainly in house parties, and other stuff. But I'm not going to talk about my history about Chicago.
I know we don't cross each other's paths. I don't know you, but I remember that day. An old girl named, her real name is Chanel. That girl's name is Chanel from the house of Escada. And I remember that day she beat Sidney up because she brought some trays up there. And Sidney was all up in that boy's face. And somebody came back to Chanel and said she slipped her a number. And Chanel walked up to Sidney. Bow! Woo! And it was on, baby. Sidney tried to fight back, but baby, it wasn't no help. It wasn't no help.
Okay. All right. So well, thank you so much for calling in.
Girls fight real boys like she is.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
And okay, what's my last thing I have to talk about? Oh, Dr. Dre. Give up some of that good money. Give up some of that good money. Give up some of that good money.
Okay.
Honey.
All right. Thank you.
On that note, I don't really watch you, but I'm going to watch you this month to hear that damn military boy again.
Okay.
Hey, my God, he sound fine. Bye, boo.
Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, Lord. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Damn military boy again.
Anonymous. Hello.
Bye,
okay. Bye-bye. Oh,
hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Is that me?
That's you.
Wiley?
Yes.
So how do I still call you back because we didn't talk about Lizzo?
Oh, we talk about, okay, you want to talk about Lizzo. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
Wiley.
Yes.
So Lizzo real talented and she pretty. Lizzo is pretty. And when she first come out with all that tata having she sells naked all over the place, I was like, okay, she's confident in herself and all of that. But while you go on Lizzo Instagram and see she last video she posted, did you see it?
Her last post, Lizzo last post?
The last video she posted, Wiley, when she bent over, I see straight up in her stomach. I know what she eats. She had ribs, mac and cheese, collard greens, chicken, rice, everything. That's what we tired of, Wiley. It's not she size. She size had nothing to do with it. And she's going up there and crying and talking about people fat shaming.
Is she eat the whole cake?
Nobody is fat shaming she, Wiley. Is all that bending over. We don't need to see up in she guts when she bend over. Put on some clothes. You have talent. You're beautiful. Why we need to see she naked all the time, Wiley? With all that just flopping all over the place. And then she want to claim people fat shaming. She no, it's not fat shaming. We just tired seeing you naked. We want music. We want your all your good talent. You play instruments when you come out. You had a flute. She had the flute, Wiley. When she come out, she had the flute. She could play other instruments. She don't do none of that. Every time you see she up there naked, you could see she pee. You see? You could see it from behind. You could see the darkness between she legs. We don't need to be seeing all of that. You could be confident and I had to do all of that. That is why I tired with Lizzo with. I want some good music. I don't even know none of Lizzo's song no more. Because I know all she curves, all she creases, all she rolls, every crevice and corner she body. I know that more than I know any of she song. Because every time you look, she out there with all of it, all over the place.
All right. We thank you so very much for giving us the update on Lizzo.
All right, Wiley.
Love you. Bye-bye. Oh, wow. Oh, hold on. We down to 2 callers. 4829, caller, you on air.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Okay, well, you know what? Nicki Minaj called home and she said, Daddy, I'm in love with a thug. Y'all don't know nothing about that?
Yeah.
Okay, look, people be too. You know about that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so look, people may be a little bit too invested, I think, in these stars' business. That's why they don't talk to us like they used to. Now, I like that new song with Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj. You like that?
Oh, you wish that what's the name of it?
Green light special or something like that.
Okay.
Green light special, something like that. Now, just because a man put a dress on, that don't mean he can fight a woman. If Chris Brown put a dress on, I shouldn't have brought up Chris Brown. Do that mean he could put his hands on somebody? If he go get some silicone put in his chest, does that mean now you can run up and fight a woman?
Oh.
If you got a domestic violence, if you have a domestic violence case, can you show up to court in a dress and say, I identify as a woman, that's why I knocked that lady's socket out of her eye.
Oh.
The eye out of the socket.
Oh.
What you think?
Listen, that's too deep for my blood, but listen, don't put your hands on nobody. Just keep your hands to yourself.
If a man, so as long as a man put a dress on, it's okay for him to fight a woman.
No, listen, that's if you identify as a woman, this is my core belief of how I believe. Sidney Starr identifies as a woman. I've known her as a woman all of my life, and that's why I stand on. You don't believe in trans women? Because I know you're a cisgender woman, so you don't believe in trans women?
I'm not a cisgender. I'm just a woman. That's what I am.
A cisgender woman is just a science. A scientist comes
to that term.
So you're not a cis.
It ain't no way for you to.
I'm just saying. Like Sidney Starr have always been a woman.
After you're born,
you're
there's no way to change
woman.
your DNA.
No. I understand that, but you a cisgender woman is nothing bad. You're still a woman.
Oh, no, I'm just talking about the definition. Just like how you said trans has people, the trans person has been called, they've always been called a trans person.
Okay.
A woman has always been called a woman. Don't nobody get to come along and change the definition of that.
Okay.
What we can do, we can all get together and brainstorm on a new word, the LGBTQIA+, and say, hey, that's a good word, but they don't get to change the definition of words that already exist.
Okay. All right.
Dre's daughter. Now he can shoot her some. Now I remember when Chet Hanks was doing whatever he was doing, and Tom Hanks wanted to cut him off. Now my take on that was make him move to the hood. That's what Tom Hanks should have did. He should have bought his son, got him an apartment in the ghetto. Don't let him just be homeless. Give him an apartment in the ghetto, and that's gonna make him grateful. That's gonna make him humble.
Yeah, so
he's gonna approach this situation differently.
Right. So did you watch the show with Sidney Starr? Did you watch the Baddies ATL? Did you watch that show?
Oh no, All I know is just because a man put a dress on don't mean he can go out and fight a woman.
But I don't think that
ain't no way around that. I don't care what happened under
but that's how Sidney Starr
that's
identified.
Right
that's how
she for life right
that's
there.
how she identified. She identified as a woman, and we should honor that, right?
I don't care what about the word identify. If a man put a dress on, that does not make it okay for you to fight a woman. If Ray Lewis or one of these other big football players gets up and put on a muumuu and knock some lady's eye out of her socket, can he say, "Oh, well, I identified as a woman yesterday"? It's like they want to do it almost for some people. It seems like they want to do it when it's convenient. Because as a woman, we get treated a certain kind of way in the world. People just be a little bit more sensitive because we're women. And so I feel like some men felt like, oh, I don't want to go out here and have to, get treated like a man. I want to get treated like a woman when it's convenient for me. Some, not all.
All right. Thank you.
And so Dr. Dre, I'm almost finished. Dr. Dre, now look, this is what I want to tell you now. I know one of Dr. Dre's daughter's baby daddy. Yes, I do. See, you got good people calling in tonight. Oh, girl saw Sidney Starr get beat up in the park. Look, I know Tanya baby daddy. And so that's really kind of like family. I'm not gonna talk bad.
Okay.
But just when it comes down to it, I just feel like Dr. Dre. Look, Tanya called me, okay? I just feel like Dr. Dre, when it comes down to it, like, you gonna let your daughter be homeless? Like, okay, she spoke against me in the media. You gonna be a billionaire letting your daughter be homeless? Just a yes or no. And if she says something that bad, why we don't know what she said? And it is her story too. She got the right to tell her story. She don't necessarily got to drop names, but she do got the right to tell her side of the story. And if you don't want nobody saying nothing, why you do it? I hate when people be like, well, that's a mess. You shouldn't be. Well, but you did it though. It's just only facts. Just because I'm saying it is mess, was it mess when you did it? Did you care about who was going to know when you did it? But now that I'm saying something, you don't want nobody to know because it's a mess. If it was that bad what she said in whatever he's talking about, we would have heard about it. If you wasn't there to be a father for the girl, maybe she would be doing better in life had you been the father figure for her. Maybe she would have known what type of fathers to pick for her children. So just at the end of the day, nobody gets to decide what's karma and what's a blessing. But when it comes down to it, you're going to let your daughter be homeless, just yes or no. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. All right.
So that's all.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay. You too. All right. So let's go. I think we got one more caller in here. We're done. Oh, we got two more callers. Anonymous, you live on air.
Yes, when Mouth Open called in, she made me feel it. I had to call in. When she said, bend over, back way. When Lizzo big body self bend over, I thought about the Jamaican song, bend over, back way. But I had to, that artist is called RDX. Bend over, back way. But y'all have to call him because the house to Escada. First of all, lady, you walk space. I don't see it, never did see it, and it's always a chop. Hiya! Your house don't have a lot of face trophies. What happened? Escada, we don't see it. Escada, we don't see it. It's the icon. It's the icon. It's the icon. IOCN! Woo! IOCN! Woo! But yeah, it's all gonna be a little messy. Nicki Minaj, we love you. New York love you. I'm gonna try to be at the court case. While are you flying up to get the exclusive?
The court case for what? For the so you're gonna go to the courthouse? You're gonna go to the courthouse? Oh,
I might do a little 1 and 2, but you know I'm working, so I can't really be there every day. But I might do a little 1 and 2.
oh, that's gonna be lovely.
Okay. But
Yeah.
no, we love Nicki Minaj. First of all, if I fall in love with somebody and they have a past, I mean, come on, guys.
That's true.
Love is love.
Love is love, and you can definitely change. I don't think that the public
Love
is
is blind,
yeah.
and it will take over your mind. But yeah. What you think of, yeah. But we love Nicki. Nicki post the role. But yeah, the streets was giving that she's suing that girl. But the girl posts everything else. Why she ain't post that for a click and view?
No, now I see a lot of people didn't cover this on their pages.
She ran to post the big blog that's like her. Why she ain't post that? She would have got a lot of click and views. Everything else.
Yep.
Yeah. Let Nicki serve her so the others can serve her too.
I heard that. Well, we thank you so very
Yeah,
much.
I just called in to be a little messy. All right. Love you, mouth open. You a kiki.
Mouth open is.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, wow. Okay. 6769. I'm sorry, 6792. I'm sorry.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
Hi. I am calling. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. Okay. So I had to get rid of a phone call. But yeah, I'm calling because of 2 reasons. I find it so very strange. There was only one blogger for months ago. She opened up this case and you know, and none of the big bloggers, not TMZ, nobody talked about it, but she wasn't scared to talk about it, and she talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and got a hashtag and blah blah blah. Okay, so you know, I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if that's what you would like for me to do. Is it okay or no?
No, I'm listening to your point. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in today. It was lit. God bless you. We're bringing the show to a close. When she comes back on, we'll try to get on and probably do it for after show. All right. Thank you all so very much. Y'all, it's good. Thank you all so very much. Thank you all so very much. We can see y'all the next time. I got a class work to do. We've been on this live for about 2 hours. Thank you guys so very much, and we'll see y'all in the next live. Peace.